So we know.
It's the
Hold on. Moment, go ahead.
well, Mr. Fantastic. She said no. So now what? Now what?
No. For her, like I said, she's exception to the rule. Jalen is the one out here with the birth control, the male and female condoms. Shout out to Jalen. Jalen ain't doing no raw dogging.
Not
All right,
female
hey,
condoms. Yeah, go off.
okay. Well, damn, why not? You should have those too. But anyway,
Fantastic, you're being
especially you say nigga.
facetious. I was having a
How am
serious
I being
conversation.
facetious?
Yeah, you are. You're trying to act like this
Okay,
So,
isn't.
well, but Mr. Fantastic, she said no. So does she disprove your notion?
no, she doesn't disprove my notion. She's one person out of billions of people,
So the
and we
but
have
is
the
it?
babies to back it up.
I know. Okay, got you. So you're saying that she was a bad person to ask because she doesn't help your point. What was your point? I guess.
Well, the point is that again, women are willing participants, and you want to say that the men aren't doing this, and this. Men have less children, so we keep going through this.
But
Men have less children than women. Oh, go ahead.
well, 'cause I just want to make sure that you're arguing like the essential, the main thing. So, for instance, baby mothers who are seemingly frowned upon, we're also more than willing to have sex with them. And then Callie was saying women's, what's the word, Callie? Women's money, not money, what currency is attention, and they make us having sex with them synonymous with them having value. So if we speak poorly against single mothers, why are we also sleeping with them?
Okay, so great. So to clear that up,
Which makes us a hypocrite. Go ahead.
Well, no, it doesn't, and I'll address it again. All women see that as currency, not just single mothers. Okay, and because she sees it as currency, that doesn't make it that way. If I go out and I pick up a whole bunch of pebbles and rocks and I bring them to you, and I say, "Hey, here's some money," do you have to accept that shit?
This is y'all's complaint.
Hold on.
This is the men's complaint.
No. Again, I understand that. What I'm trying to tell you is this: the women try to get out of it by doing what you just did and say, "Oh well, if you guys wasn't having sex with us, we wouldn't find ourselves valuable and we'd improve." And all that. No, motherfuckers,
Okay.
no.
Okay, but Mr.
scapegoat.
Fantastic. So here's the other part, though, and I want to get your thought. We are complaining about their conduct and complaining about them having children with no fathers, and then also having sex with them. That part, those two first things, they wouldn't be implicated in. That'd be our conduct specifically. How do you mind that out? Are we hypocrites at that point?
You hypocrite. You're only hypocritical if you nutting in her too. If you nutting in her and you giving her the opportunity to get pregnant, yes, you're hypocritical because you're perpetuating the issue. If you're just having protected, responsible sex with her, no, that's a human being function.
Okay.
Regardless of whatever the fuck it is. Especially, hold on, I got to say this is most important, pivotal part. Especially now when that's the majority of women. So now you're going to tell the majority of men, right? How are the majority of men going to find the minority of women and match up with them and only have sex with them? You see what I'm saying? By that logic, every woman that's a baby mama will be eliminated from the dating and mating pool, and now 100% of the men will have to try and find the childless women only. That makes no sense. Again, it's nonsensical.
We're specifically talking about the complaints made and the behavior that's done by the people that are having those specific complaints. That's all that we're saying. Those people are hypocrites.
And I specify, and I say, no, those people are not hypocrites. The only ones that are hypocrites are the ones that are being irresponsible and making it possible for them to have another child.
Okay, now let me hold on, Kylie. Let me ask one more question. So, Mr. Fantastic, so I want to understand it. When we mentioned about the condom thing and how it's extremely rare that Jay has never not used a condom, we know that men ain't mentioning condoms largely if women ain't mentioning condoms. So does that point right there, responsible sex, is that realistic?
Yeah. Responsible sex is realistic because, I mean, just by the numbers. So again, even if you rolling the dice, right? Even if you rolling the dice, you know, 100% of sex does not result in pregnancy. Not even, I wouldn't even think like 50% of it does. So again, you have a small window where a woman can actually get pregnant. Now, should you be out here raw dogging? No, because it ain't just kids. It's you know, some other shit that you can get, right? But yeah, I mean, still, I say responsible sex. Black men buy the most condoms. So as much as y'all say niggas don't wear condoms, black men purchase and use the most condoms. You can look this up; it's Googleable. So most men are being responsible, and then that correlates with again the majority of men not having children.
But Mr. Fantastic, and again, hold on, Jay. Let me ask one more question. But Mr. Fantastic, how could that be true if we lead in STDs?
Because we're matched to the most sexually irresponsible women. It's simple.
No, I understand that. I'm saying, but black men lead in STDs. We have more STDs than our women.
No, we don't.
Yeah, because
we don't.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, wait. And again, no. Black women have the highest herpes rate of anybody. Black women have the highest rate of between the two of us, the highest rate of HIV. Black women have the highest rate of chlamydia, and they might beat us in one of chlamydia or gonorrhea, but no, bro, they're beating us in everything except like maybe one or two. So you gotta relook at them stats, bro.
Well, remember we looked at him with Media Man, who is the statistician that everybody respects and reveres. So remember, he said it was gay men, black men, and women. But those gay men are still black men. So when you add those two pools together, it jumps the women.
Yeah, but hold on. He was saying in general. So yes, still. So you're agreeing with me, and I guess you don't understand what you're saying.
I don't understand.
He's saying in reference to all other men, black men lead, right? But if you are attached to and mostly having sex with the women that have the highest STD rates, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. It's a direct, one for one situation. There's no way to get around it. So if black women have higher STD rates at the highest of everybody, especially when we're talking about, the more serious things of like herpes, shit that don't go away, herpes, HIV, the black man is going to the part that doesn't get talked about. And he mentioned this too. Is the pretty much what black men get caught up in, and we get called and told about being dirty dicks and irresponsible and so on and so forth. But that's not the case. These women are out here being sexually irresponsible, and a lot of black men are getting caught in crossfire.
Okay. No, because I remember specifically asking him. I'm like, so if you add those groups together, do black men lead if you eliminate their orientation? Because I asked that specifically because I was astounded by the stat after what I've been hearing consistently. And I said, if you eliminate orientation, is it more black men with STDs regardless of orientation? And he answered yes. But you're saying what? Okay. I just want to understand.
Yeah, I'm saying the reason for it is, again, you're attached to the women that have the highest STD rate. You have sex with them the most. So like I said, if you just correlate it with the marriage rates, right? Black men marry black women at a 89% rate. I would imagine that everybody would accept that black men are having sex with women at an even higher rate. So if you're talking 90+% rate of sexual intercourse, right? And then these women already have the highest level of STDs, the men are it's going to be that way. And especially like I say, what we know too, listen, they recycle a lot of dick. So what happened is, again, these women are having, remember the 80-20 rule, right? They're having 80% of the sex with 20% of the guys, and that's like, that can be 3 to 5 women or 5 to 10 women or however many. So if you have dudes that are out here that are fucking it up for everybody else because, you know what I mean, he wronging somebody and whatever, and so on and so forth. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it is like it is.
All right, go ahead, Callie and Jay, because I know y'all was trying to talk.
I'm good on talking to a brick wall.
Jay?
Okay. I guess I'm gonna talk to the brick wall. So fantastic. If men know, because I really want you to get out of the statistics pool and think about like humans in real life for a second. Do you think these men are constantly getting tested for STDs as much as as active as they are in sexual encounters? Do you think they get enough tests during the year or go to the doctor at all?
Men nor women do. Neither nor. Both sexes
right now, fantastic.
Okay, well, no.
Okay. Do you think they're asking the women that they're fucking about their ovulation cycle and when the days they start ovulating? You think they're asking about that shit?
No, because most hoes don't know what it is. So most hoes don't know their own ovulation cycle.
Okay.
So how would a man know how to act?
And you fuck them, right? So if this is the case, do you really think people are out here in mass having safe sex?
Yeah, still yes, because again, pregnancy and as many STDs that you
If
have,
they're not getting
those
tested
are,
for
hear me
STDs,
out.
fantastic. Are they having safe sex?
Even still, listen, yeah, hold on. If you, as long for one, yes, you're having safe sex as long as you're involved with condoms, and it's not. We're not talking like herpes. So
That's the
one,
bare
okay.
minimum to being safe.
What?
You literally just asked me why. You asked me why am I having sex with a condom and while I'm on birth control, or why am I taking birth control and I'm having sex with a condom? You literally just asked me that.
Okay.
Condoms aren't 100% safe.
Jalen. What? Okay, so Jalen, and this is why I say you said get out of the statistics bag, but I need you to get in it. So do you know the failure? Hold on. So do you know the failure rate of condoms?
Yeah, 90 something. It's in the 90%.
No. The failure, not the failure rate. Not the success rate. The failure rate. What's the failure rate? So that means you have to subtract that by. You simply subtract that 90 plus something % rate from 100. So it's moot when you bring that up. It's moot when you talk about, oh, the condom can break and all this other shit. That shit is extremely rare. Okay.
It is not extremely rare because a lot of men don't even get the right size to begin with. A lot of men don't even know how to put it on right. So no, it's not something so that
like, yeah, let's move by the shit don't happen until shit happen. Okay. That's how we're gonna live our life.
So this is why y'all want to run away from the stats, but the stats tell you everything you need to know. So if there are 47 million black people in total, cut that in half, that means like 20 plus million of those people are adults. Okay. All right. The STD rates and so on and so forth, if you look at them, even if it's in the millions, right? Even if it's in the millions, okay? That's 2 million would be 10%, right? So 1 million would be 5% of people. Let's double it. Let's make it 10. All right. So even if you doubled that and said that, because people aren't out here getting tested or so on and so forth, blah blah blah, it goes to 10%. That still means 90% of the people are having protected sex, having safe sex, Jalen. Okay, and last time I checked, safe sex is and maybe it's something they teaching y'all young and something different. But safe sex is when a condom is involved for vaginal, oral, anal sex. All those secondary things, there's no safety in that because you want to protect for the STDs more so than the pregnancy because you're more apt to get an STD than you are to get someone pregnant. Okay. So that's why I was kind of thrown for a loop when you brought up, like you tried to refute what I was saying about safe sex. That didn't make sense to me. You don't turn your mute your thing before you groan like that. That groan was kind of weird.
You're weird for thinking the groan was weird. Anyway,
no, I'm not.
Yeah. So when it comes to the statistics for the United States, what's the percentage of the amount of unplanned pregnancies happening in the United States? Do you know off the top of your head?
They don't track that, the quote unquote unplanned, but we would say whatever it would be, I would say 70%. And that's including single people, married people, whatever. Most babies are not planned, Jalen. So if they want to go on that road, yeah, I agree. Most people are not planning children.
Jalen, with this line of question, what are you chasing?
I'm chasing him down this yellow brick road of him trying to not get men to take accountability for what they do. That's what I'm trying to do because it's
fantastic. Let me ask a question.
It's very old.
Let me ask a question regardless of the numbers. If I complain about single moms, right? If I'm having sex with them and understanding that women perceive our sex as value, regardless if they're a single mom or not, but this person specifically fits a category that I talk down upon, if I'm sleeping with them, does that make me a hypocrite?
No, as long as you're protected, no.
Anybody else?
I think this is all some stupid shit. We know, for one, men and women both love to have sex. We know that. But let's not act like we great shit on the black woman, because, for one, we damn well know, yes, a woman who's pregnant that's going to the hospital and all of that, she's going to have record of that baby. But to sit there and men don't even account for majority of the babies that are being born signing the birth certificate, I think it's just messed up to try to blame black women for that. There's no stat for that. You can't come up with that and then act like that men are not out here just having babies by the same women. No, men are having a lot of babies out here that they will never get credit for.
Most men are a minority.
I'm saying most that are out here having babies by multiple women. You will never know, because a lot of men do not take care of their kids. And it's true. Let's not act like that the black man is just so perfect and the black woman is horrible. No, we can't do it. It's unfair. It's unfair to sit there and do that. It's unfair. And you know what, Fantastic? Hold up, Fantastic. You got to speak. But to sit there and act like these black women not getting STDs by black men is wrong. They getting them from black men. Black men will not go to the doctor, but they will. I'll tell you what. If you really been out here in the earth, you would know they work their ass off to find penicillin pills, though. When they get something, they calling around, player. I'm telling you.
What's crazy to me, though?
You never been mad, but I'm being real with this shit. It is too many men
calling
out
around for penicillin
is
crazy.
Responsible. We know that everybody's supposed to have protection. We know that. But there are plenty of reckless men out here and married men. Nobody gets off the hook. If we're gonna blame the woman, we gotta blame the man as well. There is no one versus the other. No, everybody's doing it. Now, there are a lot of women. Well, I'm gonna tell you, there are a lot of women who actually do require protection to have sex with them. And I'm gonna tell you, when I was out here in the earth a year ago, I used protection.
I ain't gonna lie, Miss Williams. I don't know nothing about that part, but I ain't gonna lie to you, Mr. Now, there's really but he's making his statement. I want to get a few new voices in. Let me get Big Aaron. I think Mr. Williams' statement was well heard. I know, Knight. I know you wanted to say something against. I just want to get the new voices in a little bit. I know CJ look like he going to the gym, maybe, or to work. Go ahead, Aaron. What's popping? Did Mr. Williams speak? Jesus.
Just for a second, right there, he was talking about men is just as bad as women.
How y'all doing? I'm sorry. Hi, chat.
You raised by wolves or something?
No.
Go ahead, Aaron.
No.
Aaron, we can't hear you.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
We can't hear you yet.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You keep talking, man. You shut
Can
the
I ask a
fuck
question?
up. You keep
Can I ask a question while?
Yeah, hang on. The audio good now.
There you go. There you go.
There you
got
go. There you go. What's popping?
Okay. Good Friday afternoon, everyone. Now that my audio is not being recalcitrant, I think this is overcomplicated. I think it's real simple. Both men and women, neither men and women are being hypocritical. They're just both being erroneous. You know how I feel about kids out of wedlock. It is a result of two idiots engaging in amorous congress that have not yet gotten married. Both a man and a woman got in bed. Both of them were consensual. Both of them had unprotected sex. Both of them conceived a child. Neither of them were married. It's that simple. And they just were wrong. There's no hypocrisy in that. It's just idiocy. It's just dumbasses having a good time. That's all.
That's maybe true. However, that's not what's being argued.
Well, then that's my pushback on the argument.
That they're just having sex unprotected and it's dumb.
Yeah, they're just they're just people acting erroneously. I don't know that we can call them hypocrites because, I mean, I can compartmentalize one thing from another. I can understand having sex with a woman, and then I can understand that a woman that I would want to marry should not come with children. I can understand both. You know what I mean? One does not beget the other.
Okay, so this is the breakdown, right? Because I just want to make sure that you have all the information. A man who speaks poorly upon a type of woman, let's say a woman that has a child, a single mother, right? And he indulges in her. That man also understands that him having sex with her inflates her ego. She thinks that adds value to her, but yet he speaks upon that type of woman negatively. If he indulges in her sexually, he's still not hypocritical at that point, because that's what Callie was articulating.
No, I don't think he is, because he's not telling her that this will inflate your ego. If anything, it's up to her to not misinterpret. What she's doing is misinterpreting his actions, right? Whether or not having sex with a woman is seen says that this man sees her as valuable. Did he ever say, I'm having sex with you because I see value in you?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Because if that were the case, he would have proposed marriage to her.
Okay. Now, I got one more and then you can jump right in, Callie. Now, him knowing what it does is inconsequential. So him knowing that it inflates her ego doesn't matter.
No, that just makes him wrong.
Okay. Go ahead, Callie.
I was gonna say this is the man's thought process. He says that women's currency is dick and attention. Then he says that these women are walking around here with inflated egos. But then he goes and gives her the very thing that he thinks inflates her ego, which is dick and attention.
So what the one thing that he missed out is that he should have said her currency is improperly measured.
No, that's incorrect. What he thinks. No, this is his thought process. He says that women's currency is dick and attention. So why would he go and then give her dick and attention and also complain about her inflated ego?
Understood. Because in his mind, dick and attention do not equal or do not speak to a woman's value. What's happening is...
Yes, he does. This is his thought process. So that's why he is hypocritical, because he is complaining about the very thing that he's giving her, which he thinks inflates her ego.
Callie, listen. You're saying that, all right, you have a seller and a buyer. Where did you go?
Aaron, what it is. Go ahead. She's back. Go
ahead. I'm listening.
Well, no, it's just like you complaining about the women you fucking.
Well,
go ahead, Aaron.
What's the complaint, right?
It's not exactly.
You're complaining about the women you're fucking. Are you complaining that they're unfuckable or unmarriageable?
Unmarriageable.
Thank you, Aaron.
Well,
Thank you, Aaron.
I'm not marrying you, so why would I complain about you being unmarriageable? You know what I mean? Being fuckable and being marriageable are two different criteria.
Okay. Yeah, and I asked earlier.
My shit?
Well, so yeah, and I asked earlier, I think I asked the Jay specifically, is sex a woman that's you can have sex with and a woman that you would marry mutually exclusive? And I think Jay initially answered no, it's not. But then we may have gotten derailed.
Yeah, they're two different criteria. Now, I think that is an erroneous way of measuring the criteria. I think that's wrong. I think the proper way to measure and administer the measurement of these criteria is to say, if you are fuckable, then you must be marriageable. But that's why I said you're erroneous. You're not hypocritical. You're just an idiot.
Yeah, hey, Hamp, just real quick, can we do one quick thing? I think this because everybody wants to make it, and then that. But Hamp, you know who is a type of woman that every man talks shit to, but 99 talk shit about, but 99.99% of men are going to want to have sex with, despite him talking shit about it. A stripper. Niggas talk all that stripper bitch. When he talks shit about her, he's saying like Aaron's talking about from a relationship standpoint. Hell no, I ain't gonna be in a relationship with no stripper. But fucking her? Oh hell yeah. She at the top of everybody's list. Why? Because more likely than not, she's more attractive, you know, than the average woman is, and she's highly hypersexual. So Callie's problem is Callie's misinterpreting what men were saying when they said all them bitches want to get attention. We're not saying that like it's a good thing or like Aaron said that they're correct. We're simply saying that it's an easy way for you to understand that as a man, and you attack her from that angle. This is why niggas a lot of ugly hoes. Oh, baby, you beautiful. Oh, girl, you know, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And then you, again, the attention, and then, of course, after you give her the proper amount of attention, you have an opportunity to give her the dick.
But compartmentalizing the things as separate, which I agree, people see it as separate. Do you not see how you're perpetuating the culture that you don't want? You are actively participating in a culture that you denounce.
Jay, we've already established this though, and Aaron said the same thing. I'm gonna kick it to you, Aaron. Hold on, just real quick.
Fantastic.
Well,
real quick.
Aaron got to get back in.
Real quick. What you're doing is you're trying to sit here and make excuses for what Aaron says erroneous behavior. I call it straight hypocritical and wrong. And you're sitting here and saying that men are not responsible for that. Women are. Yet
yeah, because
you have also said other things that are directly opposite of that. That men should be leading, that men need to take charge, and all this bullshit y'all say consistently. But for some reason,
what does taking charge have to do with sex?
I am not done. But for some reason, when we get to the topic of sex, all of a sudden y'all don't know what the fuck to do with your dick. It's just
definitely
shit go out the window.
Mouth and legs.
I'm sorry, Ham,
mouth and legs.
I have to say it like this because they don't get it.
Mouth
any
and
other
legs.
way. Not,
so first off, Jalen,
comes up here and says it nicely, says it kindly, says it in a feminine way. Y'all don't understand it, but when we say it like this, all of a sudden y'all get riled up, and all of a sudden you understand.
No, not riled up. So Jalen, first and foremost, I know exactly what to do with my dick when pussy's in front of it. Exactly.
You just were making excuses for men to be sexually promiscuous, and you don't like it when women do it.
Again, Jalen, and Jalen. Society doesn't like when women do it. It's not just men. Y'all act like this is just a black men thing. I love when y'all do this. Y'all like to make the racial aspect to where. Hold on.
I'm directly talking to you.
Okay, so all right. So you talk about me specifically now? Is it me individually?
I'm about your viewpoints. Yes, the topic is hypocrites, and what you're saying is hypocritical.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out, Mr. Fantastic. Regardless if what you're saying is correct, it doesn't negate the point of hypocrisy. So we understand that men are going to do because sex is very hard to have dick discipline. However, if we perpetuate the behavior that has our culture in such a poor place, it's still hypocrisy, even if it's expected.
So I got to get something straight. So what are we saying that the poor culture is? Are we saying the poor culture is having sex and not being married, or we have saying having unprotected sex and having children?
We have our population is the most diseased. We have the most children out of wedlock, and I mean, aside from you know what I mean, like all of those things aren't benefiting us. But we're saying if she give it, we gonna take it. Yes, I understand that point too, right? Pussy.
That's every man across the board.
Every man don't matter. Right, like for instance, people don't even know Latinos have the most out of wedlock children, like in the earth. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't negate that behavior is hypocritical because we complain about the state of our culture.
Here's the thing. All right, you ready? Let's say you have a man that's complaining about the state of our culture because of children out of wedlock, and let's say that
and disease. You got to add all the stuff in that we complain about.
Cool. Let's say that's true. If that man would be a hypocrite if he were to go out and have sex out of wedlock, correct?
Yeah.
But what that also says is we no longer think women are capable with being prudent with whom they choose to have sex with, and that my body, my choice is a lousy modus operandi.
No.
Because if you were to leave it all on the men, then the women have no more autonomy, which is why I always say it is an equal responsibility issue. When a child is born out of wedlock, it is a 50-50 split right down the middle. It is two buffoons having a good time out of wedlock.
Aaron, so what does my body, my choice have to do with your dick?
No, in the beginning of this conversation, that was already conceded.
Because going in, we're not married.
It's an irrelevant point, to be frank. So, Aaron, what you just did is try to work the conversation back to your initial point. You're making sure to conflate it all to make the erroneous point, right? What we're saying is, if the man does that, the man does what he does in that situation. Is he a hypocrite, regardless of what the woman's conduct is? And then when you ask the woman this, watch this. You keep saying niggas ain't shit, but you keep fucking ain't shit niggas. You are a hypocrite, woman.
Yeah, both.
And if I'm complaining about women having poor conduct and I'm making sure I exploit that poor conduct, I'm a hypocrite, right?
If a man were to complain about the state of of families and the way they are, and he's having children out of wedlock, yes, he is a hypocrite.
Same thing I said. Again, people are going to have sex.
He's a hypocrite if he has children. He's a hypocrite if he talks bad about women with kids, a single mother, and he has sex with her. You're being a hypocrite.
Those are
though.
He's making
a hypocrite. That doesn't make sense.
If he's making children, if he's making children out of wedlock and complains about children out of wedlock, he 100% is a hypocrite.
Even if he doesn't have children, if you're having sex with her, the same woman you're gonna talk about and turn down, and you say that they not appealing to you, don't like them, but you have sex with them, you're a hypocrite.
William, both are
friends. That's common sense. Come on now.
What are you saying? You're saying if I have sex with a woman,
y'all saying the same shit over and over because let me because I don't know. Let me read these super chats. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now. My drunk wearing off now. Now y'all. Damn
it. Go make another drink, Camp.
Yeah, you know what? God damn it. Somebody cheers with me. Brotherwhiskey.com. Mr. Fantastic, I need to make sure you get one of these bottles, man.